everyone, this is Alma Johnson, and today I'm going to teach you how to make honey butter. A lot of our customers have been asking for honey butter, and I say it's so easy to make, and so today I'm going to show you how to make it. So what you're going to need is some heavy whipping cream. We were able to get this from a friend of ours that has a dairy. You're also going to need 1 to 2 tablespoons of sweet honey. Today we are using our Sarasota Bay honey, which is a very sweet honey. It's a summer honey. We're also going to need 1 to 2 tablespoons of salt. And today we're going to use a NutriBullet to start. This is going to cut our time pretty much in half. And you'll need a hand mixer as well as a bowl. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to put our heavy cream into the NutriBullet. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our salt. We don't like to use too much salt in this family, but we're going to use some salt here. And then we're going to put the top on. And so this is going to get us started. It's going to cut the time pretty much in half by getting it started in the NutriBullet. So when you put it into the NutriBullet, you're going to turn it on and you're going to have it keep on going until you see that it doesn't go anymore. Once it's not going anymore and it's pretty darn thick, then what you're going to do is you're going to put it into the bowl, and then we're going to get started with our hand mixer. So let's go ahead and get started. Did the bullet to start, and it got really thick. So then what I did next is I dumped the remaining of the butter into a big bowl, and I have my hand blender, and I've been mixing it here. And what you're going to notice that, I don't know if you guys can see this, but right here, you're going to start to see buttermilk happening. So it's going to get thick, and that's what we're wanting to do. So we're going to have it thick until we get a lot of buttermilk, and then we're going to take that off. So I'm going to keep on going, and I'll start the video once it gets really thick. I don't know if you guys can notice this, but it's starting to look like cottage cheese here. And so you're getting this cottage cheese look, and what that actually is butter. All this liquid here that's coming, so it's going to get thick, and then it gets thick in the bullet to get it a good head start, and then we dumped it into the bowl, and we're just keep on going with it, and it starts to get thick like this. This is actual butter here, and this right here is buttermilk. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of buttermilk off of it, and I'm going to keep on going. This is about 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. This is again on low setting. Look at all that butter and see how much more buttermilk I've got. You want to try to get as much buttermilk as you can out of the butter. So this is going to go back into my little pitcher, and again, so we can use that to make some really yummy biscuits, or you can even make some nice pancakes. So I'm pulling out all the butter from my mixer here, just getting it all out. And my next step is I'm going to add water. So we did save our buttermilk, and we got roughly about a cup or so. And now I'm going to add some water here. And you'll be able to see that it looks pretty cloudy. See, because you still have buttermilk in there. I'm going to start blending again. And again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to draw out the buttermilk from the butter itself. And you want to make sure that you do this on a low setting, because otherwise it's just going to go everywhere, make a mess. My first round of adding water, and I'm just going to dump it in here, and so you can see how cloudy it is. It's extremely cloudy. And the goal is to try to get it to go as clear as possible. So I'm going to add some more water. Low setting. So this is my 4th time doing the mixer, the hand mixer with water, and it's pretty clear, so I'm quite confident with this round here that we got a lot of the buttermilk out, and that's what's going to cause your butter to last a long time. And so we now have actual butter. It's very soft right now, and once you put it in the fridge, it'll get thicker. So this is a time where you're going to have to decide whether or not you want to throw some herbs in there, taste it, see if it's got enough salt or not, and this is where you would actually add the honey. So we're adding a very sweet honey. This is a personal preference to use how much honey you like to add. Some people like it really sweet. You could even add cinnamon to this. So if you want a cinnamon honey butter, so all there really is to it. You can add, again, more salt. I like to add some herbs to it as well. And then it's just a matter of putting it into your container. And then you just refrigerate. And so this is something that you can do with any of our honeys that we have at our store. And you see how easy it is to make and how fun it may be to do with the kids as well. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed this super easy recipe. And just as a little quick recap, we used a pint of heavy whipping cream. We also used half a teaspoon of salt. We don't care for too much salt in our family. We also used 1 tablespoon of our raw honey, and that was like one of the last things that we added. And as far as materials are concerned, we used a bullet, an old hand mixer, a big bowl, as well as 2 pitchers, one to pour the buttermilk in there, and the other pitcher had water, so we can keep adding water to the butter to try to separate the buttermilk from the butter. And so what we, again, it was just 1 pint of heavy whipping cream, and it yielded this container here, which actually was a little bit more than this. It was this plus a quarter of this, as well as 1 full cup of buttermilk, which we're going to use to make buttermilk biscuits so we can butter our biscuits. So I hope you'll join us for our next video where you can see how we make very yummy flaky buttermilk biscuits to go with our honey butter.